You know that awkward moment when you want to talk to someone in English, but your brain just goes completely blank? Welcome to English Speaker Podcast. I'm Amy.
And I'm Jack. And today's a big one because I think this is honestly the number one fear for English learners. Like, how do you even start?
So I've got something super cool for you today. We're breaking down exactly how to start a conversation in English, naturally, confidently, and without freezing up. No more awkward silences.
Okay, this is so relevant to me because I feel like I know enough English to survive, but the second I need to actually start talking to a stranger, I just blank out completely.
Oh, that happens to everyone, honestly. And the good news is, you don't need perfect grammar to start a conversation. You just need a few go-to phrases that work in almost any situation.
Really? Like, there's actual formulas for this?
Totally. Let's start with the easiest one. The weather. It sounds cliché, but nice weather today, isn't it? Or, can you believe how hot it's been? Works basically anywhere, anytime.
Oh, so it's kind of like a safe, neutral topic that everyone can relate to?
Exactly. Nobody's ever offended by weather talk, right? It's low risk, and it gives the other person an easy way to respond, and just like that, you've started a conversation.
Okay. What if I'm like waiting in line somewhere? Is there a specific way to start talking to someone there?
Yes, actually, waiting in line is perfect for small talk. You could say something like, "This line is taking forever, huh?" Or, "Have you tried this place before?" It's casual, it's easy, and it shows you're friendly.
Oh, I like that because it's like you're commenting on something you're both experiencing together in that moment.
Exactly. And that's actually a great trick in general. Comment on your shared situation. Whether that's a line, a waiting room, or even the weather. You're both there, so it's an easy connection point.
What about like giving compliments? Is that a good way to start too?
Oh, definitely. Compliments are amazing conversation starters. Something like, "I love your jacket. Where did you get it?" It's friendly, it's genuine, and it naturally opens the door for more talking.
But what if the compliment sounds like, I don't know, too much, like too forward?
That's a great point. And the key is, keep it simple and specific. Don't overdo it. Just one genuine comment, and then let the conversation flow naturally from there.
Okay, and what if I need help with something, like directions or finding a product in a store?
Oh, that's actually one of the easiest ways to start talking to someone. You'd say something like, "Excuse me, do you know where the nearest pharmacy is?" People are usually really happy to help.
Oh, so asking for help isn't just practical, it's also like a natural conversation starter.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Once someone helps you, you can keep it going with a simple, "Thank you so much, you've been really helpful," and boom, you've got a whole exchange happening.
Okay, so let's say I've actually started the conversation. How do I keep it going? Because that's honestly where I struggle the most.
This is huge. So, the secret here is follow-up questions. If someone says, "I just got back from vacation," don't just say, "Cool." Ask, "Oh, where did you go?" Or, "What was your favorite part?"
Oh, so it's like you're showing genuine interest by asking more, instead of just letting the conversation die after one sentence?
Exactly. Follow-up questions keep the conversation alive. They show the other person that you're actually listening and that you care about what they're saying.
What if I don't understand what someone said though? Like, what if they talk too fast or use words I don't know?
Oh, that's totally normal, and there's a super easy phrase for that. "Sorry, could you say that again?" Or, "I didn't quite catch that." Nobody minds repeating themselves, honestly.
And what if I forget a word mid-sentence? Like, that happens to me constantly.
That happens to everyone, even native speakers. You can just say, "What's the word?" The thing you use to, and just describe it. People will usually help you find the word.
Oh, so you don't need to know the exact word, you can just kind of talk around it?
Exactly. That's actually a really important skill. It's called circumlocution, which just means explaining something using other words when you don't know the exact term.
And what about awkward silences? Because those are honestly the scariest part for me.
Oh, silences are so normal, though. Even native speakers have them. The trick is to just jump back in with a question or comment on something around you, like, "So, have you been to this place before?"
So silence isn't actually a disaster, it's just like a natural pause that happens in every conversation.
Exactly. And honestly, the biggest thing holding people back isn't grammar mistakes. It's fear. Fear of sounding silly, fear of getting it wrong.
Oh, that's so true. Like, I think I avoid talking sometimes just because I'm scared I'll mess up the grammar.
Right, and here's the thing. Native speakers really don't care about small mistakes. They care about connection, about communication. So the goal isn't perfect English. It's just talking, connecting, being understood.
That's honestly such a relief to hear because I think a lot of us put so much pressure on ourselves to sound perfect.
Totally. And confidence actually comes from practice, not from perfection. So the more you try, the more natural it becomes, even if you mess up along the way.
And if this conversation has been useful to you, give us a like. It really helps English Speaker Podcast reach more learners like you. Now let's go over the vocabulary from today.
First word, conversation starter. A conversation starter is a phrase or question you use to begin talking with someone. Can you give us a sentence?
Asking about the weather is a classic conversation starter that works almost anywhere. Asking about the weather is a classic conversation starter that works almost anywhere.
Next, small talk. Small talk is casual, light conversation about everyday topics like weather or plans. Example sentence.
I'm not great at small talk, but I always try to ask people about their weekend. I'm not great at small talk, but I always try to ask people about their weekend.
Great. Compliment. A compliment is a kind comment that expresses admiration for something. Your turn.
I gave her a compliment on her presentation, and it helped us start talking. I gave her a compliment on her presentation, and it helped us start talking.
Next word, follow-up question. A follow-up question is a question that asks for more details about something someone just said. Sentence?
When he mentioned his trip to Italy, I asked a follow-up question about his favorite city. When he mentioned his trip to Italy, I asked a follow-up question about his favorite city.
Love it. Genuine. Genuine means real, honest, and sincere, not fake. Example.
Her smile felt genuine, so I felt comfortable striking up a conversation with her. Her smile felt genuine, so I felt comfortable striking up a conversation with her.
Next, circumlocution. Circumlocution means describing something using other words when you don't know the exact term. Sentence time.
I forgot the word for umbrella, so I used circumlocution and said, the thing you use when it rains. I forgot the word for umbrella, so I used circumlocution and said, the thing you use when it rains.
Perfect. Awkward silence. An awkward silence is an uncomfortable pause in a conversation when nobody's talking. Example?
There was an awkward silence after his joke didn't land, so I quickly changed the subject. There was an awkward silence after his joke didn't land, so I quickly changed the subject.
Excellent. Confidence. Confidence is a feeling of self-assurance, believing you can do something well. Your sentence.
Practicing English every day really helped me build confidence when speaking to strangers. Practicing English every day really helped me build confidence when speaking to strangers.
Next, connection. A connection is a sense of relating to or understanding another person. Sentence.
We found a real connection when we discovered we both loved hiking. We found a real connection when we discovered we both loved hiking.
And our last word, shared situation. A shared situation is something you and another person are both experiencing at the same time. Show us how it works.
Waiting in a long line is a shared situation that makes it easy to start chatting with a stranger. Waiting in a long line is a shared situation that makes it easy to start chatting with a stranger.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of English Speaker Podcast. Leave a comment telling us which phrase you're excited to try or which situation makes you most nervous when starting a conversation. Or let us know what topics you want us to cover next.
Thank you so much for listening. It really means a lot. Make sure to subscribe and share this episode with a friend who's learning English. I'm Jack.
And I'm Amy. See you in the next one on English Speaker Podcast.